morning, Waycross. My name is Patrick Simmons, and I'm the Business Innovation Director here at the City of Waycross. And I have with me Mr.
James Smart. I'm the Public Works Director for the City of Waycross.
So this morning, we just want to come to you to give you some tips. We're getting ready to start our Special Collections Month in September, so I want to give some tips so the citizens will know how to take best advantage of the service and maybe cover a few other topics. And also, if you have some questions, feel free to post those. We just want to remind you too that it is live, but it's recorded on our Facebook page. If you would like to watch it, and also on our YouTube channel. Smart, you want to start talking about Special Collections?
Sure. Thank you, Patrick, for having me on today. And thank you, citizens, for taking the time out of your busy day to get a little education on what we do as far as in public works and trying to help the City of Waycross residents with some of their household debris or whatever they may have stuff stored in their garage or utility building out back or whatever, and ready to get rid of it. And what we try to do 2 of these special collections a year. We done one back in April of this year, which worked out pretty good. We had 22 loads of debris that come from all the parks. We wound up with a little over 51 tons of debris that was hauled off, and that saved our citizens quite a bit of money. If they would have had to haul it off themselves, there would have been a fee for that. Again, this is what we try to do to help our residents out with some of the debris they may want to get rid of. What we try to do, we use all 5 districts within the City of Waycross. We start off in District 1. We take a container over there, and you'll be able to see it. It's put somewhere out of the way where kids and families can still enjoy our parks. But it will also be there where that they can come by and drop the debris off. And what this stuff pertains to, you may have an old couch or TV or something like that you may want to carry out to the container and throw it in it. Every day we have a crew that goes by and they'll haul this debris off, and we put it out at our mulch yard. We have a big container out there that we transfer everything in. Then Ryland, they'll come and haul the debris off from there.
So you mentioned some of the acceptable items. What are some things that cannot bring to the dumpster?
That's a good question, because there is some things we're not allowed to dispose of ourselves, such as old tires along the right of ways and that kind of stuff. You may have a few at home or whatever, but we can't dispose of them. However, the disposal company, they will pick them up, or you can take them to them, and there's a fee of $10 per tire that they charge to do those. Now, other items we won't collect is paints and solvents, any tree removal, building materials, chemicals, pesticides, bricks, blocks, that kind of stuff. We really can't dispose of that in the proper manner of what we're trying to do here.
So suppose I live in District 1, but I miss my week. Can I take it to another district?
Yes, and that's the thing. Sometimes, some of the residents may be on vacation out of town for different reasons or whatever. You missed your week over there. That's the reason why we put it in each district in the parks, and even one at Oakland Cemetery for District 5. Everyone has the option. If you pay city taxes, you're in the City of Waycross, you're more than welcome to bring it to wherever the container's at and put it in there. And again, we dispose of this on a daily basis. So whenever you come out and there may be some stuff or the container's full, set it beside the container. We'll pick it up. We'll get it hauled off the next day. Someone comes out, the container will be empty and ready for them to use.
Now, can businesses take advantage of this?
No, so businesses more or less, they have dumpsters and stuff themselves. This is only for our residents, to help our residents with this. Again, most businesses, they have dumpsters, they put their debris and that kind of stuff.
Now, I know currently you offer the 5 items or less weekly. Will that still be going on during this special collection?
Yes, it will. We offer that to our citizens all through the year. Those items, basically the same thing here. If you have 5 items at the house, whether it be an old stove, refrigerator, mattresses, box springs, old furniture, whatever, our residents are allowed to put 5 items out per week. And you can do it every week if you want to. What we ask you to do is call our office at 912-287-2955 and speak with Miss Betty Presley. She'll be more than glad to take your information, what items you have, your address, contact information, and that kind of stuff. We send those contacts into Ryland, which is our disposal company, every Thursday by lunch. That gives the people time enough to come out and start gathering items and take care of it for our residents.
But those are some great benefits to our residents, and we appreciate everything that Public Works does and your leadership in that department. A couple other things I just mentioned, if you have a neighbor that you know has trouble, that needs to clear some stuff, this is the perfect time to give back to your community. And we're looking at creating a volunteer list, so individuals that want to help other people, haul some stuff off to the dumpster and things like that, you can reach out to myself or even Mark Hawkins, and we're coordinating and getting a list together of volunteers. But also, again, like I said, if you know somebody, you have an elderly neighbor or a church member, and you know that they have some things they need to get rid of, this is the perfect time. It won't cost them anything or you anything, just a little bit of time. So we encourage our citizens to help each other. We're going to talk about a few other things. We want to mention or discuss our cut schedule, our lawn maintenance schedule. You want to give them some updates on that?
Yes, sir, I'd be more glad to. We have 4 mower crews now, and I'll just go over the different areas where they cut and just give you an idea. I won't go into acreage or anything like that. There's a lot of grass that Public Works has to take care of. Truck 1, we do Bazemore Park, Dorothy Street, E.E. Moore Park, Northside Park, ABC Avenue, College Street, Tebow Street, Police Department, Auditorium, and the walking trail in the downtown Waycross area. Truck 2, we do Elizabeth Park, the old city garage, which is located off of Corridor Z, Tebowville Park, Garlington Park, Satilla Lane, Glenmore Avenue, Francis Street, Grove Street Park and Compound, Parnell Roberts Park, and the old National Guard Armory. Truck 3, Monroe Park, Camilla Park, Magnolia Park, Scriven Park, Morningside Drive, City Boulevard, Plant Park, Haynes Avenue, Gilchrist Park, Newtown Park, and Walters Park. Last but not least is our truck 4. We have this truck to mainly concentrate on our major thoroughfares, which is Memorial Drive, 520, known as Corridor Z, Plant Avenue, Victory Drive, Knight Avenue, and Lee Avenue. And that's the routes and stuff where we take care of it. Now, that's not mentioning our cemeteries. We have 3 major cemeteries in the city of Waycross that we have part-time employees hired out there, and they maintain those 3 cemeteries.
And we have a lot of landscape to maintain, and I can imagine, especially this time of the year, it's hot and just the rain and cause that grass to grow really fast. So again, I want to say thank you to you and your crew for maintaining our city. One of the other things we can mention real quick, when you have a question, I want to talk about that just for a sec. Christina wants to know when is the special collection. That will start Monday.
It will start. Actually, we have the container out today at E.E. Moore Park. That will run through the 9th, which we'll remove it on the 9th and carry it to Darlington Park. It'll be there until, Elizabeth Park, and then it goes to Darlington Park on the 16th, and then Monroe Park on the 23rd, and Oakland Cemetery on the 30th, and it'll run right on through until the following Monday. So that gives everyone at least 7 days in order to get their debris from their homes. And again, if you miss your week or whatever, just bring it to one of the other areas where the container's at, and you can put it there, and that'll be fine, not a problem.
And also, we'll get that schedule posted on our social media and also our app. I want to encourage you, if you have not downloaded My Waycross GA app, go to either iTunes or Google's Play Store and download that. There's a calendar with community events, but also city events and city activities. So I encourage you to do that. It's a free app, but it will really benefit you if you download it. Commission meetings, minutes, just everything we do is in that app. So I really encourage you. Once we integrate or upgrade our financial software, you have to pay your bills straight from the app, see your water usage, apply for business license, pay that fee. So again, My Waycross GA. And it's on iTunes and Google Store. Mr. Smart, so during the Hurricane Debbie, I know people talk a lot about the canals. They were kind of, you want to just briefly mention our canal system, how that's coming in?
Sure, yes, sir, not a problem. There's 2 processes we go through with our canals. We have a side-on boom tractor that goes around. He'll be able to cut the vegetation and that kind of stuff. Now, we won't be able to get to every canal because a lot of our residents build right on the canals, or they have fences and stuff that's up, so we don't have access to them. Once the guy comes through and he cuts everything, he continuously just rotates all year long, cutting the vegetation and stuff back. Then we have an excavator, 200 John Deere, that goes out He'll start on one side of the town and he'll work the canal system all the way through until he's made a complete round. We have 27 miles of canals. So as you can imagine, that takes a little bit of time in order to get all this stuff done. We've been through the south side of town now, and we are actually working on the east side of town. We've crossed Knight Avenue, working through those canal systems over there off of Central Avenue where our retention pond is, and he's working through theirs. And what he does with that, when he goes to it, he's cleaning the bottom of the canals. He's also looking at the intakes of all the cross pipes and that kind of stuff. There's any debris that's gathered up there. He removes that out of the way so that when we do get a torrential rainfall, there's no backing up and flooding our streets and that kind of stuff. And now, since we actually have our stormwater utility in place, we've made great improvements on some of our streets that was having flooding issues. Carswell Avenue was one of them. That's been taken care of now. We've got another one in the progress of getting it developed, which is going to be Brunel Street. We're trying to figure out what all that's going to take there to resolve the flood issues over there. And again, all the storm drains and this kind of stuff, it plays a big part with our canal systems because that's what actually gets the water off of our streets. I would like to add one more thing. If you have someone that cuts your grass, and you know, everyone wants it pretty, we want to get our clippings and stuff blowed up and the leaves and all that out of the yards. Please advise them not to blow the stuff into the street because once it rains, all that debris goes into the catch basin. It stops the catch basin up, then we have a flooding issue in your yard. And I do not want to see no one have no flooding problems around their house at all.
So you brought up an interesting, I see this a lot on our social media. People say that when the city cut our grass, that we blow it in the street. But we do what?
We have a street sweeper. Usually if there's an area where they can't blow it back upon the grass itself, the person that's over the truck, they'll call for our street sweeper to come in. He'll run around whatever area it is and sweep up the debris and take care of that day.
So we do always get up all of our debris.
Yes, sir.
Whether you see it or not, we do come back to jail.
Correct. That is
I just
correct.
wanted to make that point. And again, you said 27 miles of canals.
Yes, sir.
And that's just in the city.
Just in the city where
That's a lot.
there's a lot of little small tributaries that still plays a part in the canal system. These canals have been here longer than what I've ever been in this world. You know, it does help with the flow and everything. What with the hurricane that come through, the last one we had, we were really blessed. I looked at all surrounding counties and stuff, and they had a lot more issues than what the city of Waycross do. So, you know, it's nothing I do. It's the guys that work for the city of Waycross take pride in their job. They want to make sure that this stuff's clean. They live here, and they want to make sure their city's well taken care of.
Well, that's all I have. Again, I just encourage you to download my Waycross G8 app. Again, it's on iPhone and Android. So make sure you download that app. Mr. Smart, have anything you want to leave me with?
Just a reminder, you know, this special collection is for the residents of the city of Waycross. If you live in Pierce County, Ware County, anything like that, we're more than glad for you to move into our great city to take advantage of some of our stuff that we try to offer to our residents. But if not, then, you know, you'll have to carry your debris to Ryland or either Public Services or somewhere like that.
All right. Thank you. I hope you have a great Labor Day weekend.